Shalom Aleichem.
Aleichem Shalom.
We are over here, Shlomo from IsraelTrees.org with Yekutiel and in Kfar Tapuach.
Welcome.
And Yekutiel started the Israel Dog Unit. And they've been doing amazing work. They started off at something small and they've morphed into something larger. IsraelTrees.org originally started planting trees, and the other thing they did to safeguard the land of Israel was to help the Israel Dog Unit with dogs. So just tell us about the beginning and where it's morphed into.
Well, we started 21 years ago to prevent terrorist attacks. There were a lot of massacres in towns throughout Judea and Samaria. We had a lot of success in that area. And about 10 years ago, we also formed the search and rescue department in the unit, and we looked for missing people. Every year in Israel, 4,000 people go missing.
Wow.
And we look for hundreds every year. And Baruch Hashem, we have a lot of successes, save a lot of lives, find a lot of missing people that otherwise would never have been found. Sometimes, unfortunately, we get to people after they're already dead, but even in those cases, the families are very thankful because it brings closure and to those open wounds.
So in the beginning, when you started, you were doing more of a patrol type of thing for the areas.
Yeah, well, we recruited volunteers, and we continue to recruit volunteers from around the world that want to help secure and protect Jews in Israel and prevent terrorist attacks. And that's pretty much what we did at the beginning.
So you're still doing both of those things?
Both of those things, thank God. I don't know how we succeed. We're a national unit, and it's generous people like the donors from IsraelTrees.org and your donors that make this all happen. Because we have no
funding.
No funding from the Israeli
government. Or the police.
I mean, the police regularly call us, as do the IDF and the fire department, but we're not officially getting any government funding.
You're not on their payroll.
No.
So that you do have a working relationship with the Israeli police. How does that work?
Oh,
exactly?
Absolutely. Most of the precincts in Israel know us well, and they know that if they want to find the missing person alive or at all, their best chances are to call us into the search. We're the lead search and rescue organization in Israel.
In Israel. Right, that's amazing. And what about the youth that come here to volunteer? What's their story? How does this contribute to them and them to the Israel Dog Unit?
Well, there's all kinds of people that volunteer. And people should know older people can volunteer too, but primarily young people come around here, some before the army, some even, kids at risk that can't really find themselves. And here they find that not only do they find themselves, but they find other people.
Right.
And this is something so meaningful.
Sure.
That person says, hey, I just saved a life.
Yeah.
Now, I don't care how mixed up that kid might be.
They saved somebody's life.
He does that, and he has the responsibility of taking care of a dog. That's ticks, and that's fleas, and that's feeding, and that's walking, and that's training. And a person suddenly, his life is coming together. He's doing something real.
Right.
How many people could say, I saved a life of somebody who would have just laid there until he died, and we rescued him. I rescued him with my dog, or without his dog.
And be part of a team that rescued many.
Yeah.
Besides IsraelTrees.org planting trees and helping with the Israel Dog Unit, we got to plant trees now with you guys. Right before the Shemitah, we planted a whole bunch of fruit trees right outside. We did some apples and peaches and pears, and we did zaitim, the olives, and right inside the front door we planted a special tapuach.
That's right.
Because this place is called Kfar Tapuach. So as soon as you walk in, there's an apple tree there, Kfar Tapuach, and a tapuach tree right there.
And we appreciate that. And again, if it wouldn't be for people like you and your organizations that support us and help us in so many different ways.
The people that have donated.
And your donors, we wouldn't be able to do what we do here. And so everybody that's watching this that helps IsraelTrees.org is helping us in Israel also to save lives.
Sure. So what are these walls over here?
Well, this side of the wall, these are people that are still missing. These are open cases. We're continuing when we have a chance to try and find these people and to get to the bottom of it and bring closure to the family. Hopefully they're still alive somehow.
Right.
This guy, Moshe Ilowitz, father of 5, went missing in Miron 3 years ago. And just a classic example of someone that we're still trying to find. His family is still waiting for him. These are people that were found alive, this side of the wall.
Wow.
All these folks over here.
Unbelievable.
This woman was found 2 weeks ago. She would have been dead, most probably. She had been missing for a day or two already. She was lying out in the field, very cold weather. Thank God she was found. She's alive, as well as the other people that you see on this wall here. Down over here, these are some certificates we've received, a lot of certificates and citations from the Israeli police and from families and from the army and from different municipalities for the successes we've had in finding missing people and rescuing them. This is a missing person himself, Daniel Branson, who sent the letter thanking us for giving him a second chance.
Right,
And,
Baruch Hashem.
and of course over here, these are missing people that unfortunately were found dead. But even in these cases, at least we brought closure to the family, and they were brought to a proper burial.
Right, right. That gives a lot of closure to the family.
Yeah.
For sure. So what do we have on this wall over here?
These are different awards we received from the police. Here's a firebombing. This is at Kibbutz Migdal Oz, and our dog over there, Tzayed, helped pursue the terrorists over there. There's some pictures with the army over there near the kibbutz during that attack, or a different one. You can see the fire in the background.
Sure.
We go to a lot of cases with kids that have different, Down syndrome and other problems. We go to special needs. We put on a lot of shows for free for these kids because it really brings a lot of joy to them. We went to see one handicapped fellow in one of the places that we put on the show. The nurse there said he hadn't moved for 6 months. He wasn't able to move. And when we brought the dog to him, he moved his hand and pet the dog.
Unbelievable.
So, there's just
It's therapy. It's everything. It's just.
there's just no words to. People were in tears there. The staff there, they were crying. They said, "This is unbelievable, the joy that you brought to these kids." So that's one of the things we do. We don't just look for missing people.
Over there?
Well, sometimes we rent helicopters. In this case, we were looking for some missing fellow in Rishon LeZion, who unfortunately was found dead. But one of the things we did, the family asked us to get a helicopter down there, and we did. We put our own navigators.
And this one is a whole story right over here. This shot that you got.
Oh, this is an incredible story.
That's a whole story.
This is Joseph and another dog of his, Aiden. In fact, that's Aiden over here.
That's Aiden right over here, right now.
And this here is the chief detective in Netanya. And we were out on a search in Hadera, and this dog was stolen while we were on the search because we were sleeping in shifts in the car. And the dog was in a special mobile kennel we have outside. And somebody broke in, stole the dog.
Stole the dog.
Joseph said, I'm not leaving. The guy was found.
Right.
We went to his funeral.
You found the guy, not alive.
Not alive. And we're going home, Joseph. How could I leave? My dog is somewhere
I'm not leaving my dog.
I can't leave. I said, what are we going to do? We're going to walk down the street screaming, Aiden, Aiden. So I don't know, but I can't leave without my dog. She wouldn't leave a missing person alone in the field. I'm not going to abandon her.
Right. He refused to abandon.
This is your son.
Yes.
So, and this is a true story.
This is a true
So
story.
I said, okay, everybody go home, because we had been in the field for 2 or 3 days.
Right.
I said, everybody go home, I'll stay here with Joseph. And we slept in the van, and we got a call about 3 or 4 in the morning. This lady called up and said, I got a tip for you. I know where your dog is. It's in Netanya. I said, but it was stolen from Hadera.
Wow.
That's about 20 kilometers away. They said, yeah, well, your dog is here, and there were also some puppies that have been stolen. They're here, I know for a fact. I said, give me your name. She said, I can't give you my name, and she hung up. And she gave me the address. And then I got a call from the police saying they got a tip. I said, maybe it's the same person that gave you the tip. They said, no, we got it from our own intelligence sources. Meet us outside the house. We're breaking in there and we're going to rescue your dog.
Wow. They
came out there with sledgehammers. They broke into the house. The thief had taken him. He jumped out of the back window. And there were a whole bunch of dogs there that were that he was stealing and abusing in that house.
Kidnapping.
And they brought the dog out and said, well, you identified the dog here. That's definitely Aiden. And this is the picture when they met. Joseph met with his dog. He's the handler,
who was
the detective.
The detective.
Made
national news.
Made national news. And then, but it doesn't end there.
Okay.
2 weeks later, Aiden found somebody with Joseph in Netanya.
Right. Unbelievable.
Circle.
So, dog truly is man's best friend.
No question about it.
There's no question about it. Yeah. Joseph would not give up on Eden because Eden would never give up on a person. We got Eden back. Eden's right over here. Say hello to Eden.
Eden.
And then Eden goes ahead and finds a missing person 2 weeks later. Are people welcome to come visit you and the dogs and see what's going on over here?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're located in Kfar Tapuach. If anybody wants to come here, and your website, if somebody wants to see more about the dogs and learn about the dogs.
It's real easy. We're the Israel Dog Unit, and that's the name of the website. That's the address, IsraelDogUnit.com.
.com. Okay, so IsraelDogUnit.com. And you want to plant more trees after Shemitah, fruit trees?
Absolutely.
Okay, Bezrat Hashem, with the donors' helps and with everybody's help, we're going to be back here. We'll plant some more trees. And good to see you. And Bezrat Hashem, we'll be back planting trees, saving more lives.
Okay.
Thank you. Shalom.
Plant your trees now at IsraelTrees.org.